Okay, first one. Does Nebraska need to pick up another QB for its 2026 roster with Dayton decommitting?
I would not a high school QB because there's not going to be any left, like good ones. And this Jet Tamala, there's nothing's going to happen with Jet Tamala. I've been asked that a few times.
What do you say to people?
Well, first of all, signing day is in less than 2 weeks, and he plays in the state finals. He signs December 3rd. He'll be in Alabama January 5th. So look, it's not happening. I think the realistic thing is you'll probably see Nebraska try to find somebody from the portal as just another arm to bring in, like a quality quarter.
That's tricky, isn't it? It's tricky because you got to walk that tightrope. The guy's not coming in to start.
Again, somebody that's good enough, but not good enough.
Marcos Davila.
Well, remember how we took, people were critical for whatever odd reason about when they took Gramstad. Why do they need him?
Yeah, now look, he's the number 2.
There are people like that were trying to push back on us for explaining why you need this guy.
Yeah, and he's number 2 right now. He is number 2, and there's a decent chance you'll see him on Saturday night. Decent because a quarterback sometimes gets his bell rung a little bit, or something happens with his mouthpiece or whatever. Bad example. Chin strap's probably a better one. Has to come out. You could see some Gramstad on Saturday night.
You never know. All right, next question.
Okay, which position group needs to step up for Nebraska to go 2-0 to finish the season?
There's a question.
D-line.
That's it?
D-line.
Yep.
Talked about how the key to the game is stopping Penn State's run game. What do you have to do against Iowa? Stop the run. So, yeah, D-line. It's been the question all season long, all off season, and even now into late November, it remains the number one X factor for Nebraska's success.
What's kind of interesting about the Iowa discussion is Iowa outthought itself a little bit against USC. They only ran that running back 15 times, and the Iowa fans are like, why do we only run Mountain 15 times against USC? But no, you're right. The answer number 2, Abby, would be the offensive line, because these are trench games now. Iowa and Penn State are both big man.
No doubt about it.
Like Sean said the other day, this is a fist fight on grass.
And field position games.
Yeah.
Sometimes a successful drive is getting it near midfield and punting them and pinning them.
100.
Big Ten, baby.
Yeah. It's so pleasing.
Trench warfare.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Which Nebraska player has the most to gain from the Big Ten game in terms of putting on good film for the NFL evaluations?
Emmett. It has to be Emmett. You're propping him up as a Heisman Trophy candidate. Now everybody's watching. You went out with this massive campaign to put him in the conversation. Now go live up to it. And if he does that with everybody watching, that's when your draft stock can skyrocket.
I wonder if he'll be invited to the Senior Bowl and some of these things. If he go, look, we got to prepare for this. There's a chance that Emmett may not play in the bowl game if he goes pro.
Wow,
opt out.
That's something to think about.
100%.
Yeah, you saw Boston College guys last year. They're 2 of their best players opted out because they were getting ready for the draft.
Who else besides Emmett could help their stock? Singleton's always a name you hear.
Sierra Wright.
Sierra Wright's a good one.
Not going to be really a lot of downfield throws.
You wouldn't think so. Would he be tasked on Weegen, the Iowa slot guy, that little guy they go to all the time? That will be a matchup to watch, Weegen versus Sierra Wright. He's a little guy like Sean.
Next question.
Wow. If Nebraska wins one more game, where are they going for a bowl?
I would say.
Oh, Sean's the expert.
Well, it depends on who that one wins.
Yeah, because the head-to-head Iowa-Nebraska winner is probably in line to go to Tampa. And I think if Nebraska were to beat Penn State and lose to Iowa,
then what?
Then it's Vegas or Nashville. And Illinois can be in that discussion too for Vegas and Nashville. But I think Michigan too is the wild card, because if Michigan beats Ohio State's still going to go to the playoff. Guess who's going to the playoff? Michigan. At that point, then Nebraska or Iowa or somebody could vault up into Orlando.
If Michigan loses to Ohio State,
Orlando. If they're 9-3,
they're 9-3.
Yeah. Orlando, and Brett McMurphy told us this week. The Citrus Bowl always will try to take the highest ranked available SEC versus the highest ranked available Big Ten. That's always been their MO.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So if they win 2 more, if they win out, then where are they going?
Tampa or Orlando.
Yeah, depending on what Michigan does.
Depending on Michigan.
But
is there a scenario?
Vegas has priority over Nashville, right? They're ahead of them.
They get the pick before. And the way Nebraska travels to the West Coast, you would think Vegas would want Nebraska.
It's fine with me.
I think any bowl game would want Nebraska.
I've already checked for the record. Golden Steer, you can't even sniff a reservation
Oh,
right now. Not even.
Damn it.
We might have to go to Peter Luger's in Vegas.
Well, they got one.
Yeah,
Might have to settle.
at Caesar's Palace.
Well, that would be just fine.
Plan B.
Don't worry, guys. I got a timeshare down there for my trip from the Crown and Media Days, so we can all just crash there.
And we can stay at Joel Makovica's got a place down there. He told us that on our
Joel's
flight coming
I
home.
wonder if he'd be opening up that.
Can you imagine if Nebraska played in Vegas, how many people would be like, Joel, can we stay at your place?
I do have a friend that would let us use his place.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to.
All right.
Okay, Cutler.
Final question.
Okay, last question. What is the most intimidating away game atmosphere you've experienced?
Go ahead, Sean.
So there's been a number. I won't take them all because I don't want to be like, go through the list of them
Here's
all.
my top
and then you guys get mad at me. But one that I will never forget was
What?
2010 Texas A&M.
Oh, hello.
November night game
Good
in College
God.
Station.
Good God.
Mike Sherman was coaching for his life, and they made the Cotton Bowl with Ryan Tannehill, who at the time we all thought was all this bum converted wide receiver to quarterback. Well, he ended up being a first-round draft pick.
Jeez, was he a first round?
And it was a 9-6 game.
Yeah, that was wild.
The penalty situations, but they went all in College Station where they brought in extra bleachers around the field, and it was wild. And obviously when they orchestrate and rehearse their cheers, I don't know if I've been to a Nebraska game that loud before.
It was ridiculous. Were you at the one where Dave Horn ran wild at Texas A&M?
0-2.
Yeah, 0-2. That was
also a night game.
yeah. That place is nuts. Rob.
Yeah. So the A&M, I told the story before about the cadets that swung their sabers at Nebraska fans charging the field, but I'm going to go more recent. How about the Ohio State game last year when there was the Ryan Day was like throwing his headsets and fans just started chucking stuff onto the field. Like, do you remember how like hostile that scene was? Because we were right there on the end zone. I was dodging like beer cans and nacho trays.
You had to see
A cheerleader got cheese on
that
her.
was like the first that was like the first time I've ever like genuinely like I might get injured if I stand here any longer. So I had to like move closer to the wall to avoid projectiles. And the whole Ohio State vibe, like you drive in there and there's like National Guard, like military barricades and tanks and everything for like security. It's just a really uninviting environment to begin with. And then just everybody in Ohio is just mad. And when the game doesn't go the way they want, they get madder. And we saw it kind of at its peak in that game last year.
Yeah, you can almost say about Penn State and Michigan too. Those fans get nasty when they're losing. As long those lines, the place I would pick is OU at night. Oklahoma at night is really rough, and the other part of OU is the players are so close to the fans.
So they only played 2 night games there in history, 04 and 08.
And it was wild.
And both were blowouts.
And it was wild. Like it is like
Roughnecks.
the way I always put it is places like Ohio State and OU and Texas A&M, it's like wrestling down a steer. Once it gets going, once that crowd gets going against you, you got to wrestle down a steer. And it's obviously really hard to do.
A couple other ones. 02 Penn State's definitely up there on the list.
Oh God.
02 Penn State, without a doubt. We forgot about this one, guys. 2011 at Wisconsin. The Russell Wilson game, opening game of the Big Ten, where
it was
literally every Wisconsin person wanted to fight every Nebraska fan.
Venom,
because Nebraska was picked to win the Big Ten that opening year, and people didn't like Nebraska. It was
weird. Like walking back to the car after the game, I always equated it. It was like Tijuana with big blonde people. Like it was
people
nuts.
looking for fights.
Yeah, it was nuts.
It's like a Nordic purge, everybody's just out committing crimes for free.
And they're just and everybody's big. I don't get that.
Well, there were
some
some
Vikings running around plunging or pillaging a village.
There were so many people that are small and
notable former Huskers that were there. I won't use their names, but they were bigger guys, and they were in a bar, and people wanted to pick a fight with like these former Husker players, and these guys were big dudes.
Yeah, that was. We go to some places that are wild and tough to win at, and we're going to be going to one on Saturday night. But I just don't think we're going to see it in full-fledged Penn State.
07 Missouri is another one.
Woo!
A Thursday night game.
Yeah.
and then Nebraska lost. They got killed.
Yeah. Those are like, I remember when that Missouri Davison, when he took that ball off the turf.
97.
Yeah. McKeever, we were walking to the car after the game, and Missouri fans have a hard edge. And I just always remember McKeever going, simple, just stare forward, don't look at anybody. And it was rough.
Would you guys drive all the way home after the game or stay overnight in Columbia back then?
I think we stayed. I'm pretty sure we stayed. That's a long time.
The old Big 12 days, though, you could do that.
Yeah, those were the days.
Kansas State, Iowa State, KU. It was an 11:30 game. You'd leave in the morning, pull into the stadium, cover the game, drive home.
Yeah.
Well before the days of Husker Online postgame live, though.
Yeah.
Now we're the last people in the stadium, along with like the custodial staff.
We get like walked out by like the last employee that has to stand there and wait for us.
I think we've had 3 times this year where somebody comes in from behind us from around the air and it says, "You guys got to go." With that said, we will be on after.
Yes, we will.
Husker Online postgame live from State College. But thank you, Abby Barmore.
Of course, have fun.